What do we got going on today, people? Well, today we have got a factory trailer hitch that we're putting on. And we're going to put in some wiring for the trailer, so they'll connect here. So anyways, what I've done is, this is $15 off of Amazon. I got this off of Facebook for about $25. Luckily it came with the bolts. If you notice, I've put a little Loctite on there already. Came with the cap. So when you go to put this on, there are 4 bolts in the back of the frame. You go ahead, you slide it on, and you torque it down to 60 foot-pounds. Okay, the equipment you're going to need is a torque wrench that'll get you up to 60 foot-pounds. I'm just using this little 3/4 just to run it down, is enough to where I can get snug, so I don't have to wrench all day. Screwdriver, take off the light, pick to go ahead and pick out the light connectors or unlock them if I need them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hop on out there and get started. Alright, hang with me and let's have some fun. Okay, first things first. You got 4 bolt holes on the back behind the bumper that are part of the frame. That's where those 4 bolts, or the 4 bolt holes and bolts, will line up. When you go ahead and put it up there, just slide it up. Slowly start sliding your bolts in one by one. Get them in there. Hand start. And then that's where you can bring in the ratchet and tighten it down a little bit. Don't use the 3/4 to torque. You need the 18mm to do it. Okay? Because if not, you're going to strip it. You won't get sufficient torque. So when you go to put this in, the thing is of course, back, front. When you go to put it in, you're going to have just enough room by your exhaust. See how the holes are a lot bigger? There's a reason behind that. Your muffler sits about that far, and the curvature of the muffler and the hole about like that. So you're going to have to gently push up the heat shield to get each 4 of the bolts in there. It's crazy, but I'll show you what I had to do here in a second. Okay? So you see, like a little clang noise, a bang noise. You notice how the angle is a little bit off. Actually, it's a little too much. So. You gotta find that sweet spot. It'll go in. Takes a little fiddling, but there you go. So, got those pretty much started. So, and we just wrench it down. Make some clang noises. And the wind chime. Oh, never torque towards your face. Torque away from you, because you really don't want to eat a wrench. You know, eating a wrench ain't good. Then probably start to finish 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, whatever. The key is, when you're torquing, make sure you got a good torque wrench. Make sure you're using the exact same kind of inside of the socket. The 12 point would work, but also 12 points have a good chance of slipping on a 6-point head. So that's part of it. Never ever torque towards your face, torque away from you, unless you want to sit here and punch yourself in the mouth. I've seen it numerous times with people torquing, tightening, and they're pulling because it's the strongest part. So the next thing you know, they got a mouthful of blood and teeth missing or what have you. It's not that bad. It just looks a little complicated, and I'm already sweating. Dang. Anyways, the next spot we'll be doing will be inside there. Before we get started, the one thing you need to do is always disconnect the negative on your battery terminal, pull it off the side, put it away. You don't want to have power just in case somebody hits the brakes or something, you know, brake pedal or what have you, and next thing you know, you're sending current through and you're short now. There's possibilities for everything. Anyways, you only have these 2 screws right here to remove. You don't touch these 2. It's the same when you go to replace your bulbs. You only have these. These are for foo-foo. There's this bracket that sits right here. Yeah, right on the other side. And all that is for your body. That's the only thing is those 2 screws go to. These 2 actually are what hold it on there. So just remember when you're taking your lights out, just only the 2 inboard screws, not the 2 outboard screws. Alright, let's get started, shall we? We got the screws out. You got the wire harness. Flip it around. You got your little lock right here. All you have to do is pop it out, disconnect it, put it off to the side. That's it. But here's that little plastic piece I was telling you about with the 2 screws that go in there. So, just to let you know. Okay. Now, what you're going to see is that little spot right down there. I'll try to get my hand in there. I've got one of my lights up in here. I always like to do a good look around, make sure everything's fine. But what's going to happen, get your handies down in there. And that foam that's right there lifts up. Okay. That's right. Okay. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to take where you see that opening right there. That's where you're going to feed the wire through. Get out of that way, master wire. But right there. See it? So that's where we're going to feed the wiring down through. And next shot is going through it. Notice all the gnats. And I took a shower too. It's your wire harness. Okay. That's where everything plugs in. So, first things first. Go ahead, grab this, plug it in. Now, what you're going to notice is you see this little tang right here? Well, inside, there's a little body. I don't know. But anyways, what this one does is this connects to the light. So light's fine. But this is like just in case if you wanted to connect it up there and leave this hanging or what have you, you can switch it out. That's primarily what this is for. Personally, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect that, slide it off of that one, connect this onto there, because it'll come out here, and then just leave this up inside and zip tie it off inside the frame. But basically you do that. Okay, now what you see is how the wire harness is going down in that hole. If it focus. Okay, see how it is? It's going there. It's got one of them little body plungers on there. So next stop we'll be underneath and running it through there. Okay. That's where it comes through, and you'll see the little thing right there locks in, and then it goes around the frame, comes down here, locks in, comes down through here, locks in, and has one more that locks in, and then you just run it right there. So, and all, that's all it is. And you're done. Took all of 10 minutes. Now, while you got it like this, Just kind of. Soap and water. Just using plain soap and water. One thing about Jeeps, if you wax and wash it, you might want to take the light fixtures off. I washed and waxed it about a week ago. Ain't worried about it. Alright, now then you got your wire connection here, okay? Line that up, you're locked, and grab this. You see that? You got the little tangs down here, spin it around, lock it in, and blammo, you are back up and running. And remember, reconnect your battery and do your light checks. And then if you got a trailer like I do, grab the trailer just to double make sure that everything works as advertised. This is Trav. I hope this video has helped you out. The cool thing is about this whole setup, like I said, was less than 15, 25. Okay, so it was right at 40 bucks. Now I got a hitch for the back of the Jeep. I've got good brake lights set up. Didn't have to cut nothing, didn't have to dike anything, didn't have to rewire nothing. This is awesome. And all from start to finish is less than probably 30 minutes. Just take some patience, a little time, and boom, you can do it. Anybody can do this. Believe in yourself, believe in what you can do, and things will be perfect. Now, a lot of people were buying them off-road ones, and from other companies and stuff. Listen, go to Craigslist or go to Facebook Marketplace or Let Go or any of them places, and you could probably find these, and you can range anywhere from $10 to $20 to $30. Don't pay more than $30. Maybe $35 if it's in pristine and still in a box. But these guys, what happens is everybody upgrades their bumpers, and when they do, most of the new bumpers are built in with the hitch, the receiver. So, in a good thing, just go ahead, buy you one, and just remember, anybody can do this. It's not rocket science. Believe in yourself.